Dazzle, pull back the curtain on the Democrats' radical duo that they're trying to sell us as just a sensible antidote for what ails America. Wait a second. The inconvenient truth for them, though, is their agenda is the sickness that has infected America. And the only cure are the common sense policies that drove our peace and prosperity just 5 short years ago. Joining me now, former Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. Mr. Speaker, they tried to build this thing up all afternoon long as the second coming of Barack Obama. I mean, the staging, the kind of the energy, and look, they're doing what they can do with zero results for the American people. But you might as well have thought that, they're the party of the middle class, they're the party of safety and security and flag waving and all as well. Is this a smart choice, Tim Walz, for her tonight?
I don't think so. I think this is this choice that Ilhan Omar wanted. This is the ticket they desired. This is the most extreme. This is going from San Francisco to here you go into Minnesota, the area that even Ronald Reagan could not win. I mean, this is what's so amazing to me. I served with Tim. We came into Congress together. He's known for being the Bernie Sanders of Congress. But to combine those two together and to try to ignore what just transpired yesterday, it was the Kamala crash that a lot of 401ks got wiped out. You've got every day you go to the grocery store, Kamala has raised the inflation. You watch every day what's happening at our border. She was in charge of that. What has she accomplished in all of this? I've watched the damage she's done to California. I watched what Tim did to the burning of his own city. I mean, I think they've gone way too far. And really, had she picked Shapiro, I would have given her a lot of respect, because it would have shown she was prepared at least to try to be president, that she'd stand up to her own party. But she's proven today she will not. She's going further left than possible.
And I think what they're doing, Mr. Speaker, is they're devolving into tired bromides and kind of the callbacks, like this is like Oprah's giveaway here, because there's no end to the taxpayer money that they want to give out. They invoke the free, student loans, loan forgiveness. We want this, we want this. But this was a moment that we heard repeated time and again. Watch.
Like all regular people I grew up with in the heartland, JD studied at Yale, had his career funded by Silicon Valley billionaires, and then wrote a bestseller trashing that community. Come on! That's not what middle America is.
Tim and I have a message for Trump and others who want to turn back the clock on our fundamental freedoms. We're not going back.
All right, well, we got that jumbled up. But the first one, they're now the party of the middle class. Let's take that first. What's happened to real median income in the past 3.5 years under Joe Biden?
Everybody's fallen. I mean, it was so drastic because under President Trump, everybody rose up. Everybody did better. Didn't matter the color of your skin. Didn't matter you did better. And you watch the tax bill that President Trump passed. It was directed at the middle class. Remember when people started getting bonuses at work because it passed? All of a sudden, you watched the whole world change. You watched that we had peace around our world. We've had 5 embassies evacuated. We've got fear in the Middle East again. We've got American bases being attacked. We've got Putin invading another country. This is under their leadership of what they would do. It's the weakness. Today, I saw a fundraising email go out with all this excitement. You know who put it out and said this was the dream team? Ilhan Omar. This is what she dreamed of. And you know what she has said about this country? I mean, it's unbelievable. I watched her in Congress. I had to remove her from the Foreign Affairs Committee as we went forward. But they have gone so far left. I think they're trying to do exactly what Biden did, not talk to the media. Has Kamala ever done an interview since she's become the nominee? And no American voted for her. Had she had to go through the primary system, she never would have won. This would not be the ticket.
Yeah, well, I think again, this is kind of like a kind of a Maya Angelou approach to politics. Like, make us all feel like we'll light a candle, everyone will feel better, and you'll forget the fact that you're bleeding money every time you go to the grocery store, or the gas pump, and that they want to control every move you make with what kind of car you buy, what kind of washing machine you have, what kind of toilet you can buy, so it's all green and makes them feel good. Mr. Speaker, incredible times. Thank you so much. All right. He's a riot. That's the focus of tonight's angle. All right, so much for Kamala's pivot to the middle. Remember that? Well, today, the Democrat cabal, as Speaker McCarthy just said, doubled down on radicalism. Now, since we all know that Harris wouldn't win one state other than maybe Minnesota in a real Democrat primary, maybe Kamala's Tim Walz pick makes sense. But last year, as inflation was crushing Minnesota families, this was Tim's priority.
We want every Minnesotan to grow up feeling safe, valued, protected, celebrated, and free to exist as their authentic versions of themselves. Protecting and supporting access to gender-affirming health care is essential to being a welcoming and supportive state to the community.
I have people in my DMs who are saying, you better do this because we're moving already to Minnesota because we don't know where to go.
Yes, Kamala Harris's running mate believes kids who are too young to get a drink at a bar are mature enough to have their genitals mutilated by a twisted surgeon. But, as they're calling him, Tampon Tim insists that the real evil exists in other states that ban the bar.